Alright, welcome back guys. So this is the second video in the copywriting series. I think this is second to the last video. Alright, so today is going to show you the next step that you need in your copywriting business. Make sure you watch to the end and do well to subscribe to this channel. I will see you there.
Welcome back to this second episode of the copywriting video. So if you are watching this, I will tell you should go back to the first episode to watch that one so you can understand basically from the foundation. Right? So in this episode, I'm going to be teaching you how to write copy from the headline to the call to action. All right, because there are some steps you need to take into consideration when you're writing a copy. But I need to tell you this. When you're writing a copy, the strength of your copy and also the conversion of your copy, it's basically in your research. So I need to let you know that if you want maximum conversion, you need to do maximum research. It is important. Never you leave the aspect of research. Never ever write a copy without doing a proper research. So without further ado, let's get started. So when creating a copy, okay, we have different stages in the copy. We have the lead-in statements, we have the headline, we have the lead, we have the body of the copy, we have your offer, and also we have where you bring your call to action, okay? I'm going to be talking about all these aspects, one after the other. Let's start with the lead-in statement. The lead-in statement is the first statement that comes even before your headline, okay? Now, this is it. The headline should be able to stand alone without the lead-in statement. But the lead-in statement is just to add more meaning to your headline or to call out your audience. Okay, so this is the two basic importance of the lead-in statement. Number one, to add more meaning to your headline. Number two, to call out your audience. Okay, so let's take for example, your lead-in statement could be, are you a struggling copywriter? Okay, do you understand now? So are you a struggling copywriter? This is calling out a copywriter who is struggling. Now, a good copywriter would not read your copy because of this. Now, this is it. Your copy should literally make no sense to the people that are not your audience. Only the people who are your audience should read your copy. That's how you get maximum conversion. So when you say, are you a struggling copywriter? Okay, so this means we are speaking to copywriters who are still struggling. Or for example, you want to promote a WhatsApp marketing course and you'll be like, okay, do you have a WhatsApp on your phone? Now, this would only catch the attention of people who have WhatsApp on their phone. And then you'll be like, do you have a WhatsApp on your phone? Research have it that you are leaving a lot of money on the table if you don't know blah blah blah. So this is where your headline will come in. Okay, this is like basically I swiped this headline from one of my coaches, okay, from a winning copy, because it is important for you as a copywriter to always dissect a winning copy to become better. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So it's your lead-in statement is basic. I'm very sure you must have been seeing this when you are reading copies. You've seen some statement that comes before the headline and you are wondering, what is this? Is this part of the headline or not? It is basically called the lead-in statement. It is used to either call out the attention of your audience or to add more meaning to the headline. Okay, so let's move to the headline. Now, I need to tell you this. In your copy, the headline is like the most important part of your copy. So you need to pay more attention to your headline. There are some people that even says that when they finish their copy, they pay more attention to the headline than even the copy itself. Why is this? Because if nobody reads your headline, nobody will read your copy. If you can't catch people's attention with your headline, then your copy will be useless. No matter how great your copy is, no matter how great your offer is, if your headline cannot catch people's attention to read your copy, then the copy is just, it has failed on delivery. Okay, so you need to do more work in crafting your headline. So I'm going to be teaching you the 4 U's of an headline. I'm going to be teaching you the 4 U's of an headline. Number 1, your headline needs to be unique. Your headline needs to be unique. Number 2, your headline needs to be ultra specific. All right. Number 3, your headline, as I said it needs to be unique. It needs to be ultra specific. So, there is this uniqueness in some headline that you will read and you'll be like, yes, this headline, nobody has used this headline and it's compelling. Okay, so as I said it needs to be unique. It needs to be ultra specific. Okay, so that's the second U of the headline. All right, the third U of the headline is urgency. It must be urgent. That is, you want people to read your headline, your copy. It must be urgent to arouse curiosity that, okay, what's this person saying? What's this person talking about? All right, it must be unique. It must be urgent. It must be ultra specific. All right, so you need to pay attention to these things. You need to pay attention to these things. All right, so as I was saying, your headline, it requires more time. Okay, it requires more time. Okay, it requires more time. You need to think more on your headline than any other part of your copy. The next part of your copy is your hook. Okay, now I need to let you know that the purpose of the headline is to make people read the next line, which is your hook. Now, the headline will not make people read your copy. It would only make people read your next line. Okay, it's arouse curiosity. You want people to read the next line of your copy. Okay, so this is the purpose of your headline. So the next line that comes after that is your hook. Your hook is basically to get people to read your copy. See, one thing about writing copy is that one line should arouse curiosity to want people to read the next line. That's how you hook people to actually read more about your copy. All right, and I'm going to be giving you just 3 ways to write your hook. Number 1, you can share a particular interesting part. Okay, you can share a particular interesting fact. Okay, interesting fact, maybe during your research you get to know more important facts, you can share it. Number 2, you can use statistics or information. All right, and number 3, you can shock the reader. Okay, you can shock the reader. And let me just give you this extra bonus. You can ask questions. So this is what your hook should look like. So after the hook, the next thing is your body. Okay, the body is basically to just get people to read more, where you tell people about your products. Okay, introduction of your product, what your product will do for people, how it's going to help them solve their problem, how it's going to help them achieve their goals. That's what your body is for. All right, so let's move to the next one, which is your offer. Okay, which is the offer creation. Now I want to tell you that when you are creating offers, okay, your offer is not just your bonus alone. Your offer is not just your bonus alone. Your offer has to do with the way you present the offer and also the way you deliver the offer. Okay, the way you present the offer and the way you deliver the offer. Okay, that is okay. So in the next video we are going to be talking more about offer creation, but now let me quickly tell you about storytelling. Now, storytelling has been in existence far from ages because people naturally love stories. Okay, so if you want your copy to be very good, you can add stories to it, because when we were growing up, we were brought up by stories, probably Moonlight Tales, different kind of stories. All right, so different kind of stories you can write in your copy, but then your story is not as important as transitioning. Okay, Sometimes some persons, they write great stories, but they don't know how to transition back to the main copy, to the main thing they are talking about. So I'm going to be giving you 5 different words or phrases to use to transition from your storyline back to your main copy, that is the main thing you are talking about. Number 1, but what if you could? But what if you could? That's a phrase. So when you're telling a story, when you know you want to transition back to the main copy, you can just say, but what if you could? The next one you can use is, here is a good news for you. Here is a good news for you. Okay? You can also use, but wait, it didn't stop there. But wait, it didn't stop there. You can also use, and to prove it, here is, this is called open loop. Open loop. That is, you want people to continue reading what you're talking about. It's called open loop. All right? You can also use, and what was. All right? So these are just open loop to make people continue to read your copy. So when you're writing a very good story, it is important that when you want to transition back to your copy, you don't make it feel awkward. You don't make it feel awkward to people that are reading it. You just transition smoothly to your copy. Okay, so this is what your body of the copy should look like. All right, in the next video, we are going to be talking about offer creation. So if you're done watching this video, make sure you catch up with the next video. See you.